Okay, so this is the next section of the video. This is coming down from Hillside House. You may remember we walked up through that section, back up to Hillside House. I'm going to continue on now with where we left off. This is in that section of where the trail used to come down, and where we're proposing that it start to do it again, but instead of coming from the trolley tracks, that it come down from Hillside House down the that hill that I forgot to mention. The hill that we walked down in that video is actually the old course of the original PA 320, so Sproul Road, or Chester Pike as it was known. And so anyway, we'll start here, or restart there, and cross across here. Now this is a bridge that washed out in a past storm, so this is an area that needs to be fixed. So it's on the project list. Again, this is that little tributary that comes down from the Healthplex. Our understanding is this was the bridge that was here was an Eagle Scout bridge. You'll see another bridge up here shortly that has a similar construction. So we'll continue on here. I'm going to pick up the pace because kind of time is limited today, but we'll make our way through here pretty quickly. Now, so Hillside House, and we're now running along a section that runs along Whiskey Run, and Whiskey Run is just over here to our left, and I'm going to introduce you to that here in a second. Trying to get some of this deadfall out of here. So this is Whiskey Run. And it runs down from PA 420, or intersection of PA 420 and PA 320, and empties into Crum Creek in Smedley Park. So we'll continue down through this way here. And you're going to notice along this way too that there's some blazes. You'll see these blue blazes. Now some of these blazes are they're remnants of work of someone else. We're not sure where that came from, but we're in the process of remediating all the blue blazes and taking efforts to make sure they don't come back, and joining forces with whoever it is that's doing it to help them understand that yellow is the only sanctioned color for the trail. But even though we did work hard to cover these up, we find that some of them were covered in vines, and as the vines fall and the seasons change, they start to pop up. So we have to constantly keep coming through and remediating those. And as we walk through here, there is going to be concern amongst people that we have used too many yellow blazes, and that the yellow blazes are too close together, or maybe too aggressive. And to those people who have concerns, I do apologize. I mean, there are a number of rules of thought on those. There are, adopted standards around the world, for that matter. But I have to be honest and tell you that when I took the initiative to do these blazes, this trail had become wild, right? And it was really difficult to follow. And so, as a matter of training and blazing the trail, and until the trail got enough use to where it was easy to follow. I did increase the frequency because, to be honest, as someone who has done quite a bit of search and rescue, I do become concerned about people who are becoming new to trails, and honestly, I'd much rather have the frequency be a little bit higher, and until I'm confident that the trail is well worn and that people are oriented to the trail. I don't want their first experience of hiking a trail to be one where they get turned around, they get lost, they get scared. People who have never hiked in the woods before sometimes don't understand how quickly it gets dark, and you misjudge your timing, how long it's going to take you to get from point A to point B. And so anyway, I hope that those who are ready to give me ridicule will take a moment to consider why I did what I did before casting judgment. So, all right, so here's that bridge. I told you, I think it's probably designed and constructed by folks who built the bridge that had washed away. Still rather sturdy, but I hope that as we build the bridges in the future, that we'll do a better job of documenting their history, so we know when they were constructed and a little bit of background on it. People really are fascinated by these things. Now, storm damage. These trees came down the last few months. You can see a pretty significant fall here, right across the trail. So we're gonna get through this slowly, but in the meantime, we'll have to bear with this until we can get enough resources to get this cleared out. So continue down here, and you can see tree fall continues. Now this was a very clear trail this summer, and so it's heartbreaking to see this, because these are some beautiful trees, been here for a long time. So, but we'll get them cleared out, figure out how to work them into the landscape. And here's some stuff that we had from a stream clean out. We have to pull out of here, but so that tree's a little up ahead, is a little hard to climb over. So we're gonna go use this workaround right now. All right, so again, we're on a section now that runs along Whiskey Run, and I'll take a minute to document. So we're also parallel to the parking deck for Springfield Mall, and then also the trolley line runs over there. So we'll be attentive, and hopefully we'll capture the trolley as he goes by. But meantime, let's keep along the trail. So again, here's the sections you see, use yellow blazes. And yeah, they're somewhat frequent, but you have to understand that this right here looked just like that as I was wearing it through. So it was very easy to get turned around and end up over there going nowhere. So, but now you can see we're now with the increase in traffic and visitors to the trail, we're starting to get it worn down nice, and I get to the point where I don't even see the blaze anymore because I already know where I'm going. So I decided, I think the yellow blazes in the fall time actually complement the leaves. Important to get these trip hazards out of the way whenever you encounter them. As we walk through here, we're gonna start to think about some things that are important to us when you come out into these environments. You know, where as we come in, we follow by a rule, mantra, that if you pack it in, you pack it out. Well, sometimes people drop things and don't realize it, and so we want to pick those things up too. And that goes to the idea of, and there's Charlie. There he goes. All right, so that was Charlie. That is the SEPTA Route 101 Charlie line going from Media towards Upper Darby and 69th Street Station. So up here is a reservoir or retention basin for Gulfview Estates. Cross over here. If you take a moment now to listen, you hear that noise I talk about. That's what makes all this worthwhile. And then take a time, you know, to reflect on these things. So this is a big log jam that's built up over the past few storms, but you can see this down here. It's just beautiful. Come down here and you sit long enough, you'll watch fox walk by, see a deer walking by. I've seen beaver, muskrat, tons of squirrel, lots of birds. We've had bear walk through here, rumors of coyote. Haven't seen any evidence of it yet, but we're told that they're here. But anyway, this is just a wonderful place to be. So keep walking through here, and I try to cut these areas, these trails, in a way where, you know, it does offer some technical challenges. Now these vines are going to have to get cut out of here because those are, I mentioned in other videos, those are actually devastating to the trees. They actually pull the canopies down. This is actually evidence of that. These vines climb up in the tree so high and get so heavy and so big and heavy that they eventually just rip the canopy down. So we have to come in and do maintenance and actually do vine eradication. But so anyway, I'm saying try and bring these trails in close to the stream so we can take moments to actually see and enjoy these kind of opportunities. But you want to also keep it far enough away to where you you know, don't cause erosion, that you preserve the integrity of the of the banks and the clarity of the water, because all this flows down into Crum Creek. The Crum Creek flows to the Delaware River, and the Delaware River out into the bay, to the ocean. But yeah, here's just another opportunity to see what this is all about. All right, so let's continue on here. So we have another tree here that fell across. This will have to get cut out of here. So let's, instead of trying to climb across, let's just go. And anyway, this little area here, I call Alex's Pass, or Alex's Cut. Was actually my oldest cut that in with me earlier this year. Will always be a special place. But see, let's get through here. This is an awesome place to come down and start looking for tracks and studying nature. Again, this is incredible. All right, so let's go back up here on the trail. So as I hope you guys know, this trail, my efforts were to revive a trail that just celebrated its 50th anniversary. Unfortunately, you know, as things evolve, time changes, priorities change, and the trail just became neglected. Not because nobody cared about it, just because things changed. So anyway, we have taken efforts to get this thing back on track and bring this back to people's attention. For me, hardest part is trying to protect the vision of those who blazed these trails initially. You know, so walk through here, I'm like, how would they wanted it? What would they want it to look like today? And what were they imagining here? And so all right, so got in this section. Again, this is the section you'll see a lot of yellow blazes, but we had to redirect down around this tree, this fall. So we just took it down this way and then back up. So I personally think it's pretty cool. So a little remnant of probably mountain bikers in the past, building some obstacles, some technical challenges in there. Now we're working our way towards Paper Mill Road, and Paper Mill Road trolley stop. Again, you can see Whiskey Run, trolley line up there. And then a little trolley trestle over here, so come pretty close to that. Now we come pretty close to it, but again, this is one of those commitments that we've made to SEPTA to make sure that we look at it from afar, but we discourage any traffic that might go towards it. So again, it's over there. And then the trail used to go through here, but you can see just they're shutting it down. It's already, nature's already taken over. And we rerouted up this way. Nice little steep climb. Now, I refer to this as the climb to the overlook. So, because we get up on top, you kind of get an idea, get over, a real neat chance to overlook the overlook Smedley Park. So you see as we start to climb here, looking down, there's the trestle down there. And so keeping our way on our climb here. He sounded a lot tougher than it actually is based on my breathing. But fighting a virus right now. So we continue following along this blaze here. It goes up along the cut. You start to see why I call it the overlook. And we'll get up here a little further, enjoy the overlook a little better. There you go. So overlook. And then that's looking out towards Baltimore Pike. It's a section, the mall is just up here, and then there's a storage area over here where they have rental storage units, and we get over towards private property in that direction. Now we're slowly almost to the top of the overlook. The actual top's all the way up there. We don't go that far. Just too far off the trail. Trying to keep it nice and consistent. Got too many switchbacks. Now, kind of peek through here, you guys see down there is Paper Mill Road. Trolley stop. And then you see here a trolley going down below. And then trolley, I guess we were at the trolley stop. There you go. So peek over here without going too close. Certainly don't want to get close to edges. Never underestimate the danger of these things. So, so there's the trolley stop, and just anyway, this is the overlook. And then that goes up the hill. Now, this section over here, you can't really see it from here, but I call this the descent towards Bear Tree, and can't really see Bear Tree right now because the knots it's not facing us. But so anyway, when you're coming down the hill from up there, or at least when I first came down, there's this big knot right here, and from the top of the hill it looks like a small black bear hugging the tree. So I call this the ascent to Bear Tree, or the descent to Bear Tree. I may just refer to it as the climb to Bear Tree. So anyway, a landmark that I hope never goes away. All right, so let's get back on the trail. Now, here's one of these concrete markers. Been around for a long time, but these are historic property markers, and some of them actually have the owner's initials in them, and you can see they're obviously being used for survey markers now, so they're recognized on the deeds. But so go ahead and we'll make our descent down towards Paper Mill Road. Now really on this one, the only real improvement that I personally think that this section of the trail needs is just 2 new bridges and some tree removal cut throughs. And I hope that with some work groups, work parties, that we can get a lot of that done with some volunteer labor. So once we get down here to Paper Mill Road, I'm gonna close this off. But I want to take a moment. So this is the road that goes up to the maintenance shed for Parks and Recreation and the golf course. So, and that comes in off of Paper Mill Road and winds its way up to the top of that hill. So let's go down here, and we will conclude this section of the video. And again, this section was the tribute, we'll call it the Healthplex tributary to Paper Mill Road trolley stop. And as we're coming through, we're gonna catch trolley. So that's cool. And there we go. That's the SEPTA Route 101 trolley line. Making his way back to trolley 69th Street Station. All right, and that will be it for this segment.